Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And he's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer. I am coming to you with my pearl handle pistol cufflinks, given to me by our content creator, Michael Rivers. And today we're going to react to a sentencing that was just really remarkable, something you don't see every day. But before we do that, this episode is brought to you by eforms.com. That's eforms.com. What did I say? I said eforms.com. If you need a form for either a bill of sale or a purchase agreement, rental agreement, power of attorney, or you're trying to get somebody evicted, like your grandmother living in your basement, eating up all your Cheetos, well, you can get rid of her by going to eforms.com, and you don't need to hire a guy like me to just create a form they already have prepared for you. Guess what? If you hired me to do that, I'd probably just go to eforms.com. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. So cut out the middleman and go to eforms.com. Now, so this is really a remarkable story. This young man was involved with luring a delivery guy to an apartment, robbed him, and stabbed him and killed him. And then he wound up pleading guilty. Let's just kind of tell you a little bit about sentencing. So if you plead guilty to a major felony, you get a pre-sentence investigation. The probation writes up a report, gives it to the judge. And then you can present evidence at a sentencing hearing. And then there's victim impact statements. Those are the victims get a chance to get on the stand or just to get up and read a letter. And so that's what happens here. And after he pled guilty, this happened. This is just remarkable, and we'll talk about it on the other side of this.
We're in Lexington, Kentucky, and the sentencing of Trey Alexander Relford. He's pled guilty to the 2015 murder and robbery of Salahuddin Jitmud.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Before Relford receives his sentence, the victim's father, Sambat Jitmud, speaks directly to the man who murdered his son.
Now, a lot of times when you have these victim impact statements, they talk about how they'll never see them with grandchildren, they'll never see him get married, they'll never see him graduate from college. Just they go through a laundry, and it's really heart-wrenching because people are speaking from an area of pain and anger because 9 times out of 10, these are just really senseless killings.
Trey Alexander Relford, I feel so sad for you that you have to be in this situation.
What a remarkable thing. I mean, he's having compassion for the person responsible for killing his son.
I wish I could help you as I help my son to be a good citizen. If Salahuddin were to be here, if he alive, he will forgive you.
Grace. That's all I can say. It's just an incredible amount of grace. We need so much more of that in this world.
The way he was, that's the way he is. I'm not angry at you for being part of hurting my son. I'm angry at the devil. I blame the devil who misguiding you and misleading you to do such a horrible crime.
This man speaks to him with such compassion and such forgiveness. It is just striking.
No, I don't blame you. I'm not angry at you at all. I want you to know that. I forgive you on behalf of Salahuddin and his mother.
Forgiveness. A lot of times you hear anger. You hear, I'll never forgive you for this. This is just grace. And I think the world needs so much more of this type of person. And see, the judge sheds a tear. She just shook her head. Why'd she shake her head? Because you never see this. Never. So it just stands out when you see this.
Before Judge Kimberly Bennell delivered her sentence, there was still one person left to speak.
Now, when all's said and done, the last thing that they do is they ask the defendant if they would like to speak. The defendant has the right of what they call allocution. That's when you can get up and say whatever you want to say. And generally speaking, you want the defendant to say something that's remorseful, that shows an acknowledgement of the wrongdoing and how it's impacted people, and something kind.
Mr. Relford, do you wish to make a statement?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry about what happened that day. But I do applaud you, because it takes a powerful man to know that somebody has hurt them and do what you get up there and say what you just said.
That is such a true statement. It does take a powerful person to get up there and to get through the hurt, through the anger, through the loss, and to be compassionate towards somebody that's young and did something really stupid.
Shit is cool. I can't imagine the hurt, the pain from the nerves. Just tell them that you do. So I thank you. Very forgiveness.
And then they hug. They hug. You know, there's a lot of ugliness in this world. And there's a lot of ugliness when somebody takes a life for somebody. And for somebody to have the grace that this father had and to embrace his son's killer and to forgive him, it's just remarkable. You just don't see that. Again, the judge shakes her head. You know why she's shaking her head? Because it's remarkable. You don't see this.
And now it's time for the judge to announce her sentence.
Mr. Relford, an incredibly horrible event happened that has changed the lives of two families forever. Nothing can fix it. I am going to accept the Commonwealth's recommendation. Murder, 25 years. And I truly wish for you the very best. Thank you.
So he gets 25 years for murder and then another 6 on top of that for robbery. So a total of 31 years. So the apology and the forgiveness really didn't have a lot to play in terms of the sentence the young lad got. Now, could he have gotten more if he didn't plead early and accept responsibility? Probably. But it is remarkable. And, you know, and wherever he goes, he will see that grace that father had given him. And that will impact him for the rest of his days, hopefully in a positive way. Because he'll probably get out in 15 to 20 years. I think, what do they say, he's eligible for parole in 2035, something like that. But these are tough cases, you know, because, you know, somebody dying because they were a pizza guy and they just wanted to fucking rob him. Senseless. Absolutely senseless. And people who are young are the ones who usually do these kinds of stupid crimes because they get an idea in their head and it's just so short-sighted. And then you fuck up 2 families till no end. But to see the grace that this father of this slain man, you know, it's like that church. I think it was in North Carolina, South Carolina, where that young guy murdered, you know, these people at a Bible study, and they forgave him.
Is that she taught me that we are the family that love built. We have no room for hate, but we have to forgive. And I pray, God, on your soul.
They forgave him. We need more grace. So as you're sitting there, and you go about your days, think about this father who gave forgiveness to a man who didn't probably think he was entitled to it. Forgive those who do you wrong. Don't put yourself in a position, you know, so they can do it again, but forgive them. So this has just been one little snippet of a sentencing hearing that was just absolutely remarkable. So, I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Patreon, and we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. 23-hour lockdown, please, is that my God?